over here. Okay, it's going to be very interesting. Take arc of radii 1 1 dash, and then with focus f as center. Okay, you need to put arc where, somewhere along this line only, this vertical line. All right, so watch this, and then 2 2 dash as the radius, and then 3 3 dash as the radius. You need to keep on doing so. Okay, so let's begin. Now keep one leg of your compass at 1 dash, other leg at 1, and then with focus f as the center, you need to cut an arc over here in this 1 1 dash line itself, above and below. All right, then with 2 2 dash as the radius, 2 2 dash as the radius, again with this f as the center, you need to keep on doing so. So with f as the center, cut an arc above, another below, again with 3 3 dash, 3 3 dash as the radius. So keep one leg of your compass here at 3, other leg at 3 dash, with that much amount as the radii, and with f as the center, cut an arc above and cut an arc below. Okay, then with 4 4 dash as the radius, with this f as the center, cut an arc above and below. Keep on repeating this process. Keep on repeating this process. Okay, okay, and finally, what happens? Let me tell you. When you take this 12 dash 12 as the radius, and when you take f as center and you try to cut an arc above point 12 and below point 12, it does not happen. Why? Because it just passes through, touches this point 12 itself. Okay, so this point is essentially the right hand side vertex of the ellipse. Okay, let me explain you this once again. If this over here represents the minor axis and this is the major axis, then this over here is essentially this point 12, which can also be referred to as a vertex. Now later on we're going to be writing that as V. Okay, and in proper sequence, you're going to have a curve that is popularly known as an ellipse. So that's it. Let me write over here. Okay, now let's go ahead and write V over here, rather V dash over here. Okay, now just like there is a directrix towards the left of V, okay, at a distance of how much? This is 10, 10, 10, 30 millimeters. Towards the right of V dash also, there is going to be a directrix, okay, at a distance of 30 millimeters, but towards the right. Okay, so what you can essentially do is you can keep one leg of your compass at C, other leg at V. Then with V dash as the center, you need to cut an arc, a vertical line through this. That's the directrix, A dash B dash. Over here it was AB. Here it's going to be A dash B dash, and that's
नरेन बाबू ने रायचरण को अपना नौकर कभी नहीं समझा। राय
here it was point C, and here let's say it's point C dash. All right. Now let's say we want to have tangent and normal over at this point somewhere here. Okay. Let's say that the name of this point is point P. Okay. So what needs to be done is we need to join P with F. Okay. And then with respect to this line, you need to make a line at an angle of 90 degrees, something of this sort. Okay. And you need at an angle of 90 degrees, you need to draw this line towards the directrix, and wherever it cuts the directrix, let's say that the name of that point is T. When you join this T with this P over here, you're going to have yourselves what you call a tangent, and a line perpendicular to this tangent or this green colored line is what you refer to as a normal. Okay, well obviously it has to be passing through this point P itself. Okay, so that essentially is a normal, absolutely perpendicular. Now, as I have told you, I'll be decoding each and everything that we have done till now. All right. So let us head over to AutoCAD and let me explain you two important properties. Let me explain you this first property. Property one, let me write it over here only. Property one says that the eccentricity, okay, let's say we select any point over here. Let's say that the name of this point is say P1. All right. If you join P1 with this focus, okay, and if you try to draw a line say from P1 onto this directrix, okay, but this has to be perpendicular. Let's say this point over here is represented by C1. Okay, so the property of ellipses, or the conclusion that we can derive from this construction, is P1F divided by P1C1. P1F divided by P1C1 is obviously going to be equal to 2 by 3. Roughly, this value is going to be working out as 0.667 roughly. Okay, let's say we have another point over here. Let's say we have this point P2. And when you join this P2 with this F focus over here, okay, and if we can have a perpendicular line from P2 connecting it with this directrix, let's say this is C2, then again if you calculate this distance from P2 to F and from P2 to C2, the ratio of these two distances is obviously going to be again equal to this value 0.667. okay, again P2 F over P2 C2. So that's a very important property of an ellipse. The point moves somewhere along this plane in such a manner that it maintains its ratio, which is going to be equal to always 2 by 3. Okay, so that's a very important property. And the second property is, let me explain you what that property is. Property 2. This says, let's say we have a point, say in the form of P3. Okay, let me join this P3 with this focus over here, and just like there is a focus over here, there is going to be a focus here also. Okay, so this focus lies at a distance of say 10-20 units to the right of V. Over here also we are going to have a focus towards the left of V dash at a distance of 20 units again. So let's say this is F dash. So this property says if you have a point P3 somewhere along this ellipse, and when you join P3 with F, and when you join P3 with this F dash, okay, and you sum these two things, P3F and P3F dash, this value is always going to be equal to this.
Hi everyone, my name is Barkha Dutt and I'm here to share the news of a really exciting opportunity.
This V dash, V dash, okay, or you can also say length of major axis. All right, now let me prove all of this to you with the help of AutoCAD. Okay, so let's head over to AutoCAD. Okay guys, watch carefully. I'm going to be explaining you this first property. Okay, let's say we have a point over here, somewhere here we have a point. Okay, right here. Okay, let me join that point with focus F. Okay, and let us join this same point with the directrix. Okay, over here. All right, so what property 1 says is that this distance upon this distance is obviously going to be working out as 2 by 3 or roughly 0.667. Let us check whether this is true or not. Okay, so let me calculate this distance. This is how much? 28.28. Okay, what about this one? This is 42.42. So 28.28 upon 42.42. Let me check. Where is the calculator? Here it is. 28. Let me write this again. 28.28 divided by 42.42. How much is this? 0.667. So if you round it off to 3 decimal places, this is obviously going to work out as 0.667. So that's true. Let us do this again. Okay, let us take some other point. Let me write it. Let me minimize this. Let's say we have a point over here. Let me join it with the focus here. Okay, and let me get rid of this dimension. Let me get rid of this also. Okay, and let us join this with the directrix. Okay, now again same thing, same stuff. This distance upon this distance again should roughly work out as 0.667. Okay, that's true. Let me show you why. This over here is 42.99. okay, and this over here is how much? This is 64.48. So 42.99. all right, 42.99 divided by 64.48. what is this? 0.667. okay, so the math is absolutely true. All right, doesn't matter which point you take, this ratio, distance of point from focus divided by the distance of point from the directrix, is always going to be working out as 2 by 3, that is 0.667. all right, now we come to property number 2. Let me delete all of this. Yeah, this second property says that let's select any point. Okay, let's say this point, and let's join this with focus. Okay, and let's join the same point with this focus 2 also. Okay, now it says that this distance plus this distance is equal to this from V to V dash. Okay, let's check whether this is true or not. This distance is working out as how much? 56.74. okay, what about this one? This is working out as how much? 63.26. Now, where is the calculator? The sum of these two distances is how much? 56.74 plus 63.26. How much? 120. Now let us check whether the value of the distance between V and V dash is 120 or not. Let us check. Let me use
मैं ये चाहता था कि मेरी बेटी को हिंदुस्तान का
this and this. Yes, that's true. Okay, so the second property is you pick up any point, you join it with the first focus, you join it with the second focus. PF1 plus PF2 is always going to be equal to the distance between the vertices or the length of the major axis, you can say. So this in fact is a very important property and I strongly advise you guys to remember. Okay, copy paste this inside your mind. It's going to be very important for you. That is F divided by directrix, the distance of 10 millimeters at the end. And I suggest you, I advise
As you see in this, yes, as you see in the screen, this is the first method to draw the ellipse. As already discussed by madam in previous lab, I just repeat and then I start the new method. Construction of conics. We are start with the construction of conics. This is a subtopic of engineering curves. As well, we know that the engineering curves may divide in many ways, like involutory are there, spirals are there, Archimedean spirals are there, epicycloid is there, hypocycloid is there, and uh, main point is the cycloid is there, and same way these are the conics. So we start with the conics. After that, we just finish remaining thing also, and each and everything we are finished in the lab session. Okay, that you have to focus that in each and every lab we are finishing one by one point, and we try to finish all the engineering curves in the lab session. This is the first, that is focus. If we talk that the conics are divided in 6 methods, you have to remember the name: focus and directrix method that we discuss right now, which you show in your screen; arc of circle method that I discussed today after end of this method; third method, concentric circle method; fourth method, oblong method; ellipse in rectangle that covered by madam in previous time; oblong method, ellipse in parallelogram method; and next last one is the oblique circle method. Okay, so in this way it may divide in 6 ways. Let's start with the first method, focus and directrix method. This is the method, the name is focus and directrix method. It may be used when the distance between the focus, and the directrix. This is known as the vertical line is known as a directrix, and this point is known as a focus. Along with the eccentricity is given. See, all you know that the eccentricity is very important portion when we talk about the cycloid or ellipse. As already discussed in the lecture also, video also, that the eccentricity of this is right now 2 by 3 given to you, and how we have to arrange that I discussed now. Already it may be discussed initially that what is 2, what is 3, and what is VF by VC. Now where we have to put, suppose as mentioned here, suppose the 50 mm dimension are given to you, and uh, eccentricity is 2 by 3 given to you, and we have to construct the ellipse with the help of focus and directrix method. So what is the procedure? Please remember the procedure. Based on that, we are finishing our first method. Here what you have to do, so initially it may be given to you that 50 mm the length distance between the focus and the directrix. So this is the directrix and this is the focus. Initially I am getting point F, okay, at 50 mm, which is given in the data. I just read the data that construct the ellipse when the distance of the focus from the directrix is equal to 50 mm. Okay, this is the vertical line. First of all, mention the vertical line randomly at your page. After that, mention the name. Direct is, it is considered as a D1, D2 or AB. Okay. After that, take any random point and it may mention by C or O, whichever you want. Then draw one line from that point. Okay. From this point to this, mention 50 mm and the name is F. Okay. Now, as mentioned here that 2 by 3, the eccentricity is 2 by 3. So as it may be 50 mm, so I divide this 50 mm line in 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So second part is this, and this is my fifth part. Okay. So based on that, I maybe divide as per the eccentricity in this way that second part is where I mention vertex here. So I can mention at second part because it's a eccentricity is 2 by 3. So here I can mention V and yeah, you can see it here 2 by 3. So this is the 2 centimeter and this is the 3 centimeter. So based on that I can get the V and I can get the F. Okay. This is very easy as it may discuss at here also that E is equal to VF by VC. So VF by VC, VF is 2 second part and VC is the total 3 part. Okay, so in this way I can divide the one thing you remember that every time you have to give this point as a vertex and this point as a focus. Okay, now from point V, put your rotor at point V and take distance is equal to VF and arc on vertical line E. Okay, so it may be intersect on E. Now, after that, whatever we are getting point E, from that you just draw one line passing from C and extend it at randomly some portion. Now, divide axis. Now, divide axis in equal number of parts. As I suggest you that here 1 centimeter or 10 mm is there. So you can divide from point B every part in 10 mm randomly up to 12 parts. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each and every part should be of 1 centimeter or 10 mm. Okay. And extend that part from point B 1 centimeter, second part, third part, fourth up to 12, 13. Why we are go up to 13? Because we have to finish our ellipse and it require the curvature right now at here. So at the end, we are finishing with the help of curvature. So on that time we require the 13th point. If it's not required, then we are not getting. Okay, so up now what we are doing, from point 1, just draw the vertical line which may intersect on this inclined line at 1 dash and extend on the below lower portion to 2 dash. It means whatever the point are mesh on inclined line concerned with the horizontal line, that all the point are considered with the dash line or dash point. Okay, after that same line you have to also extend randomly on below axis. Okay, so now what we have to do? Now take the dimension randomly on your rotor, that 1 1 dash. Take 1 as a center and 1 1 dash as a radius. Take 1 1 dash. I repeat because every time that thing we are repeat every time. Okay, I repeat 1 1 dash कैसे मिला हमें? I just extend 1 point up to this inclined line, so I am getting 1 dash. Okay. Now, what we are doing, you remember that every time in the first point 1 1 dash is the radius and center is every time my f. Okay, so from f I just arc on this line 1 1 dash line on above and below side. Simultaneously 2 2 dash join, so I am getting same point 2 यहाँ पे भी मिलेगा और यहाँ पे भी same way 3 3 dash is my radius and center every time f. Arc 4 4 dash center is f. So if I can just mention the arcs, then it may be divided in this way. Okay, now join all the point with the smooth curve. So it's a like a ellipse. Okay, you are get the ellipse. Do not join with the straight line. You have to join with the smooth curve. Okay, now one thing that I want to say you, if I want to take tangent and normal here, if I want to take tangent and normal here, so what we have to do, as it may be discussed earlier in the video also, let I once again repeat. Take any random point. Take any random point on ellipse. Okay, take any random point on ellipse. After that, join. The point may be considered as a P. Here it may be P. Join the point with focus means F. Draw right angle, whatever, wherever you are get the point, join with the F. Draw the right angle line to the line FP from focus to get the point T. You have to draw the exact 90 degree. Okay.
Sir, I can't see the drawing.
Which may be contact on directrix. Now draw a line or join T to P. Okay, join T to P, which may passing from point P. The line TP is the tangent to the ellipse at given point, and draw the perpendicular line. You can see it here. Draw the perpendicular line from point P 90 degree, which is the normal. You mentioned the name also, NN dash. This is TT dash. TT dash, the green line, it shows you the tangent, and NN dash, which is perpendicular to the tangent, are considered as a normal of the portion. Okay, so this is the first problem of ellipse, where we are use the method that the name is focus and directrix method.